how y'all doing? Right, well, I'm going to show you a bit of bass today, and first of all, for anybody that wants to see this diagram of the bass guitar and where in which the notes come, there's a link onto our YouTube, our Facebook page, and this diagram will indeed give you an idea on where all the notes go. We've also done tutorials in the past whereby you can there's a system whereby you can learn how to find your notes. E, F, G, A, B, etc. Anyway, today what I thought we'd do is have a look at the walking bass line. Now this is really useful to use particularly in 12-bar blues, because what you're doing is you're skipping from your main 1, 4, 5 chords, which basically, say if we're in the key of A, we start off with a root note, which is A, B, C, D and E. So we're just using the first root note and the 4th and 5th notes. So that's A, D and E. Where do you find A, D and E on your bass? Well, you're looking at the 5th fret, bottom string for your A note. And then for your D note, we hop over to the next string on the 5th fret. And then for our E note, we go up to the 7th fret on the A string. So you've got basically A, D, E, A, D, E. So those are your 3 notes that you will be using in the 12-bar blues in A major. And also it works for Johnny Be Good. So I'll just show you how this works. Way down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods amongst the evergreens, then to D stood a log cabin made of earth and wood. Back to A lived a country boy named Johnny Be Good. E, and never ever learned to read or write so well. Back to A, play his guitar just like it's ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. We're on A. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. D. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Back to A. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. E. D. Johnny Be Good. So there you've got your A, D and E. And again, I'll just show you where we are. So we're on the bottom E string on the 5th fret. So that's your A. And then we go on to the A string, 5th fret, and that's your D chord, D note, sorry. And then up onto the 7th fret, A string, and there is your E chord. Right, that's all well and good, but it sounds a little bit boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to play the walking bass line, just to give it a little bit more interest and a little bit more variation. So there you go, that's a kind of walking bass line, and it just makes it a little bit more interesting. And hang on a minute, somebody just said that I'm back to front, so here we go. There, that's better. I thought I'd changed it round, but obviously I didn't. Apologies for that. Right, so here we go. I'll just do that again. So right way around this time, not playing a left-handed like Macca. So we're on A, So that's the 5th fret, bottom string. And then on to D, which is your A string, 5th fret, back to A. And then up to E, on the 7th fret, A string, back to your 5th fret, bottom string. So those are the 3 notes you need to use 12 bar blues in A. So how do we do the walking bass line? So obviously with a walking bass line you're using more notes than you would if you were just sticking to the root notes. So instead of just plonking away on a root note, you kind of, they call it walking because it's like one bum bum bum, it's literally walking up the fretboard. So let's say we're starting on the A. So and it's pretty important to keep a finger for each fret instead of doing that, which is tempting when you begin because you just want to use one finger. It's a little bit like typing on the typewriter. When you begin to type on the typewriter, it's one finger for every letter. Whereas if you go to typing school or whatever, you're taught that there are certain letters that correspond to certain fingers. Exactly the same with the bass. So I'm starting on the 5th fret, bottom string. So I want to be using my 2nd finger, ideally. So I'm spanning 4 frets here. So I've got the 1st finger which deals with the 4th fret, 2nd finger that deals with the 5th fret, 3rd finger that deals with the 6th fret, and 4th finger that deals with the 7th fret. So I've got a finger for each fret, and it does eventually make life a lot easier to deal with. So starting with 2nd finger, 5th fret, bottom string, the string that's closest to you. One pluck there, and then 4th fret, A string, and then 7th fret, A string with your little finger, and then your D string, 4th fret, and then your D string, 5th fret, and then back down, and then you're kind of walking up and walking back down again. So that's your 4th fret D string, and then your A string, 7th fret, and then your A string, 4th fret, and then your E string, 5th fret. So I'm going to do that very slowly now, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll do it this way up so you can actually see. So and then keep going round. Then when we'd be going to our D, we do exactly the same pattern, but we're just hopping on to the next string. So now we're on the A string, and we're using our 2nd finger on the A string, 5th fret. Then 1st finger on the 4th fret, D string. 4th finger on the 7th fret, D string. And then 1st finger on the 4th fret, G string, and then 2nd finger on the 5th fret, G string, then 1st finger on the 4th fret, G string, 4th finger on the 7th fret, D string, and then 1st finger on the 4th fret, D string, and then back to D. So I'll play the D. Oops. we go back to the A, so it's just one bar on D. A. Next, we're playing the E note. So I'll show you where that is. So you're basically then sliding up on the A string up to the 5th, 6th, 7th fret. So we've got our second finger on the 7th fret A string, then first finger on the 6th fret D string, and then fourth finger on the 9th fret D string, and then first finger on the G string 6th fret, and then you're just going up one fret here onto the 7th fret, and then back down onto the 6th fret, and then back to the A. So I'm going to play all this really slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A. Now to D. Back to A. Then to E, which is on your 7th fret A string, your starting point. And then back to A. There we go. So that's the walking bass line in the key of A. So I'm gonna now show you again how you can use it, and we'll use it for Johnny B. Good's a really good one because the main verses are in a 12-bar blues kind of structure. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Way down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods amongst the evergreens. Now to D. Stood a log cabin made of earth and wood. Back to A. Lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. Now to E. Never ever learned to read or write so well. He could A. play his guitar just like it's ringing a bell. There you go, you see. So that's how that walking bass line fits. Now, obviously I've just shown you that in the key of A. So this is where your diagram comes in really well. So obviously we've got the diagram here now. So as you can see, we go up to the 5th fret to play A, the A note, and there's your D, and there's your E, just like I was showing you before. A, D and E. Right, let's say we want to play Johnny B. Good, but we're going to play it in G instead. A little bit of a lower key. So how do you play that same walking bass line in G? Right, well, we see where the G note is. So it's on the 1, 2, 3, 3rd fret. And what chords do you need to play Johnny B. Good in G? Well, as I mentioned before, it's the 1, 4, 5 structure. So let's try that out. G, A, B, C. There's your 4th and 5th note. So G, A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G, A, B, C, D. So we're using G, C and D for Johnny B. Good in the key of G. How do we find those notes? Well, here we go. So the G note is on the 3rd fret bottom string. The C note is on the 3rd fret A string, and the D note is on the 5th fret on the A string. So let's find them now. So your G, 3rd fret, bottom string. C, 3rd fret, A string. And D is your 5th fret, A string. So the intervals between each note are exactly the same as they would be for A, D and E, but we're playing it in G now. So I'll just show you how Johnny B. Good goes in G. Way down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods amongst the evergreen. Now to C, stood a log cabin made of earthen wood. Back to G, lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. Now to D, never ever learned to read or write so well. He could G, play his guitar just like it's ringing a bell. So you remember the walking bass line pattern that I showed you on the A when we were playing the song in A on the 5th fret. Right, well basically you do exactly the same, but you're just working from 2 frets lower, and then you're in the key of G. So go, go, go Johnny, go, 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 go Johnny, go, go, and then to C, go, go Johnny, go, 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 back to G, go Johnny, go, 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 D, ah Johnny be good. So there you go. So that's playing it in the key of G. Now obviously those 2 keys, the A and G, we've been starting on the bottom string. So how about we do say, let's play in E. So there are 2 ways that you could do this. You could play up here, or you could play up here, because these are both the E notes. There's your E, and there's another E. But we're employing the same kind of pattern wherever we are, and the important thing is to know where your notes are. So, as I say, this diagram, which is available on our Facebook page, it was really helpful to find your notes. So, what notes do you need to know when you're playing in E? So, E, F, G, A, B. So we're using E, A and B if we're playing Johnny Be Good in E. So this is your E note, and then you could play your A note there, or you could play it there, and there's a B note there. So let's try that pattern out when we're playing in E. Go, go, go Johnny, go, 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 go Johnny, go, 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 and then we're on the A here. Go Johnny, go, 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 back to E. Go Johnny, go, go, and then to B, because this is the B note here on the 7th fret. Ah, Johnny be good. So there you go. So basically you use this, that walking bass line pattern wherever the note starts. So you start on E, so your E note is here, and it's basically using second finger then first finger, and then fourth finger, first finger, second finger, and you can use that pattern wherever you are on the fretboard. So second finger, first finger, fourth, first, second, first, fourth, first, second. It's the same pattern wherever you are on the fretboard. So that's in a nutshell how to play a walking bass line for 12-bar blues, and it's just really handy to now to play that, because it makes it a little bit more interesting when you're playing bass rather than just chugging away on the root notes. So instead of going go 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 Johnny go 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 Johnny be good. It's fine and it keeps time, but yeah, the bass is more than a rhythm instrument. Yeah, also it's a melodic instrument as well, and it's nice to be able to incorporate a bit of melody with the rhythm. And by using a walking bass line, you're fulfilling both criteria. You're keeping that kind of metronome beat going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, bum, bum. But you're also providing a little bit of melody behind it as well, so it makes it more interesting. So, alright then, I'll show you another couple of songs that you can incorporate that walking bass line to. So you've got, say, Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. So there you go. So there's a bit of Hound Dog. Let's see. You've also got, say, I said shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. Well, you ain't done nothing to save your doggone soul. So there you go. So have fun with that, and obviously if that tutorial went a little bit too quick for you, then keep looking back on it, but you should be able to, if you keep pausing the video, you should be able to ascertain where each note is and whereabouts you're supposed to be playing. But as I say, the important rule, I think, is always keep a finger for each fret, so it allows you to move with greater ease rather than playing like this, which doesn't make any sense because you're doing, you know, twice as much work when all you need to be doing is using a finger for each fret. So much easier that way, and it makes more sense. So there you go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little tutorial on the walking bass line, and first of all, I'd just like to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope you've all got your Easter eggs sorted, and also if Sylvia's got a glass of gin ready. And also it would be really, really kind and helpful if you could do us a favour. Could you please follow the link in the comment section below, press on that, and then go to subscribe, the red button on our Get Strumming tutorial page. Press on subscribe. It doesn't cost any money, but it just links you into our YouTube channel, because eventually, once we get better gear, better cameras, we're going to transfer everything onto YouTube and do well presented, because at the moment everything's a little bit makeshift, as you can imagine, but we're going to do really well presented YouTube tutorials. So if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be of immense help to us. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. Have a great Easter, and I shall be back tomorrow for some more ukulele at 10 o'clock. Enjoy, and don't get a sugar rush from all those eggs.